Hello guys, in this video we'll talk about the DS-160 form. Form DS-160 is the online non-immigrant visa application form. So before we do that, I'll do a separate step-by-step video, but a lot of people start the application process of any form without reading the instructions. So on this video, we'll read the instructions on how to complete and what documents you will need to complete that process. So let's go to the website itself. The website is the US Department of State website. The link is the Consular Electronic Application Center. That's where you go to complete the form. So when you're ready, click on the button labeled Start a New Application. Make sure that you have your passport, your information about other US visas that you've had, if any, and any other documents relevant to your intended travel to the United States ready. You will need that information in those documents as you fill out the application. When you first open up the application, you will get an application ID. Make sure you write down the application ID displayed on the top right-hand corner of the page. If you need to close the browser before submitting your application, you will need this application ID to continue your application. All right. And then make sure you're following the instructions on each page. Make sure you're answering all the questions, because if you do not, your application may not be accepted. Your answers must be in English, and you must use the English alphabet. There's a section that gives you a chance to put your name in your language. There is an exception to this rule, which is when you're asked to provide your full name in your native alphabet, then you can use non-English characters. When you're finished answering all the questions, the program will let you check your answers to make sure they are correct. Please reread them carefully so you do not make any mistakes. And then when you finish, you will click on the Sign Application button to sign your application electronically. Once you have checked your answers, you can submit your application. When you do, you will see a confirmation page on your screen with a barcode. So you need to print out that confirmation page, because you'll need to take that to your visa interview. This is important. If you do not plan to complete your application within the next 30 days, download your application to your computer by clicking the Save button at the bottom of the last completed page. Make sure you follow the instructions. When you're ready to complete your application, select Upload an Application. Only download your application to a computer that cannot be accessed by anyone who does not have your permission to see or record your personal data. If you do download your application on a shared computer or public computer, such as a computer in a cyber cafe or library, your personal information may be able to be accessed by other users. If you have previously submitted a DS-160 application, you may use that information to complete a new application. I know somebody asked me on TikTok the other day, so here's the answer. If you have previously submitted a DS-160 application, you may use that information to complete a new application. You will need the application ID that I talked about from your previously submitted application to do this. To access previously submitted application information, click the Retrieve an Application button and follow the instructions. If you use this option to complete a new application, please make sure to carefully review to ensure that all information is current and correct. So a lot of people jump into applying for filling out an application form without reading the instructions. Make sure you read the instructions before applying or putting in the information on the DS-160. Make sure you have all the documents that you will need to apply. So read the instructions before applying, and then we'll do another video on the step-by-step on how to apply for DS-160. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this video. You never know who would benefit from it. Thank you for always watching my video. I'll see you in the next one.